Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here with Freddie Roach, and we're just a few short days away where his fighter Manny Pacquiao will look to be a world champion once more and a senator at the same time as he takes on Jessie Vargas coming up at the Thomas and Mack on pay-per-view. Freddie, I've been seeing something different in Manny in these last few days. He seems a bit more re-energized, but a lot more happy in there. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird thing. Like, I could sense like his aura or something like that, but I see him in a lot better mood than a few other fights.
True. We had a really good training camp in the Philippines, and the first couple of weeks in the Philippines, it was really, his sparring was really good. I mean, his footwork was great and so forth. And then we hit a couple of dull spots in there, and it was because I think he was working so hard in Congress and so late. He was getting out of Congress at 8 p.m. and we were going to the gym at 9 and 10, 11. It was late shifts and stuff like that, and he was a little tired and so forth. And I said, "What happened to the guy that was here the other day?" and so forth. And he said, "Well, I'm not a machine. I can't be the same. I can't have that every day." I said, "But then when we got here, and we got a couple of days of rest, and we had Sunday off, and I gave him Monday off, and then we started Tuesday, and I saw that Manny Pacquiao that I like to see. He was really aggressive with the sparring partners, and his footwork was great, and take him on the mid. So I said, I accused him of having rocks in his gloves, and he's punching really hard, and he's very pumped up for this fight. I mean, the short retirement, I guess, got to him a little bit. But I knew we would always fight again, but I just didn't know exactly when. And we fit this fight in. We worked hard. We had a great training camp. We had very good sparring. I think this is like the best I've seen Manny Pacquiao in a long time, and maybe a little bit of Manny Pacquiao like in the Ricky Hatton type days and stuff like that. The way he's punching, and the way he's hitting me on the mids, and the way he's sparring, I really like what I see.
Some are saying that maybe this is Manny's way of getting the stress off of him from all the Senate stuff, and he's taking it out on training in the bags and all that. That's definitely a side benefit. Possibly,
but he's the thing is, I told him, whatever you're doing, I says, keep doing it, because I like what I see. And that's the best message I can give to Manny, a veteran like he is, and being a veteran and so forth. But he's got that hunger again, and I love that.
It's crazy to think that he's still going at 110 miles an hour at 37. Usually guys slow down at 30, not even that, maybe even earlier in some cases. Yes. For you, what do you think is keeping him like that, or is he just some weird human that has,
I think it's really a lot to do with he likes what he loves the sport, and he likes what he does. And the best part about a fight for Manny Pacquiao, I think, is getting ready for the fight. He really enjoys that process of getting ready for a fight and the hours he puts in. We average 40 rounds a day in the Philippines every day. And when we got here, I told him, okay, we're gonna have to slow down a little bit. And on the mitts yesterday, he was a little bit. Maybe I thought he did maybe a little bit too much. And today, I talked to him a lot, and just conversations over what's gonna happen in different situations here and there. And that way, I slow his pace down a little bit, and so I get him in a conversation a little bit, to kind of distract him a little bit, so he just doesn't go overboard. And the thing is, I got him right where I want him. I want to keep him right there, and I'm not going to overdo it or underdo it. And tomorrow we're going to run a little bit on the track, a little light jog, walk, and that's our last day. We're not here no more. This is our last day in the gym.
Looking at how he's looked the last 2-3 days, do you foresee that this fight goes 12 rounds, or do you think because of that it's a knockout? And
I think it's we're not going to go out there looking for a knockout, but if it comes, it comes. But the thing is, the way he's punching and aggressive, and the way he's sparring, and he's looking really good. I mean, even Richie Sandoval came up to me and told me, Freddie, that's not the same Manny Pacquiao that I've seen lately, and I like when I listen to Richie because he's a fight guy. He's been around the fight game for a long time, ex-world champion and so forth, and he loves Manny where he's at right now, and I do too. I mean, the thing is, it's very visible that he's having fun. He's having fun and he loves the sport of boxing, and he's doing what he does best in my mind. I mean, he might be a great senator and all that, but he's a great fighter, and we know that for sure. He'll go down in the history books as one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Jesse's coming into this fight really confident in himself. He's been saying in a lot of interviews that he feels that if there's an opening, he'll take the knockout. He feels that his speed and his punching power is on par with Manny now, given his new trainer Dewey working on things in the gym. When you hear him say those things and things like, you know what, Mayweather's going to be calling me for that fight, not Manny, what goes on through your mind?
Well, it's like Algeria a little bit and so forth when you have kickboxers as coaches, and it's just not the same sport and so forth. And Dewey was more of a kickboxer than a boxer, from what I'm told. I never heard of the guy before. I don't know if he's ever boxed before in his life, but I hear he was a kickboxer before from a lot of different good sources. But the thing is, there's a big difference between the sports and so forth, and he will see the difference very soon.
Manny told us a little while ago that he's going to invite Floyd over to the fight. Naturally, that starts up the conversation of the rematch. Would you be happy to see Floyd there ringside, and do you expect him to come?
Well, the thing is, Floyd, he came by my gym a couple of times over the past couple months, and he's fine. He's a nice guy. With no cameras, he's real polite, nice, and this. I'm there. I'm kind of searching what he was really looking for at my gym and so forth. Was he looking for Manny Pacquiao? And he smiles and says no. And I think. I want that one more time. I mean, I'm disappointed in the first performance. I know Manny can beat him. I know he can beat him more decisively than maybe he did the first time. But I would love to have that one more time. Yes.
There's also a new wrench in the picture. Bob's saying Lomachenko. Potentially, we spoke to Lomachenko a few days ago. He says he'll only take the fight if it's at 135. Can Manny even make 135? Is that even a possible thing? Would it have to be something where it's a catch weight, or is it 147 or bust?
Yeah, and Manny makes 140. I think makes 140. 135. Yeah, I think it's a little bit too much of a struggle. So, but 140, I can see him at. That's why I like the Canelo fight better than that fight. I think Canelo is very interesting. I think Manny can outbox him. I mean, Amir Khan was outboxing him until he got caught, and he made a bad mistake and get knocked out, and I don't see Manny making that mistake. So I think if we can't get Mayweather, that might be the next fight.
Is a grumpy Manny at 140 good or not so good?
Grumpy, not so much. The thing is, 40 he won't struggle to make. 35 he'd struggle a little bit. For 35 is a grumpy Manny and not a good mood. 40 is okay because he gets down to 4. He's closer to 40 right now than he is 47. I promise you that. I know that. So.
All right, Freddie, as always, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Good seeing you. Get some rest, man. You're one of the hardest working guys in all of the industry. Freddie Roach, of course, will be in the corner of Manny Pacquiao, who looks to be a world champion once more on November 5th.